Okay, so this is just going to be kind of like a free play guide, tutorial, whatever you want to call it. I'm honestly not sure how long I'm going to make this. I just kind of decided I wanted to do this. Some people were asking some questions about free play, and I just figured I'd make a video about basically just like an overview of the levels and what all the tricks are and everything. Before we start, I'll just kind of like, you just kind of want like these extras. They're all on SRC, speedrun.com, and under resources, you can just download the free play file and it already has all the extras on. You want to turn them all on and have extra toggle off and just have it queued up. So the first level, this one is really straightforward. If you watch our runs, you'll notice we just push them off. It's literally it. It's a little bit hard, but you can just do the any percent strat. I'd like to cheese it, so it's not too bad. But for this level, there is some ship clips which I will show to you guys. Okay, so for the first clip of 6-6, my setup is I just kind of bang into that pipe you see there. I just kind of hit it, and then I'll go towards the door. And then basically what you want to do is once you're like in the door, like fully into it, like you only have like a half second to switch. If you do it this way, I can also show you guys the easier way. But you just want to switch back to the arc fighter, and the arc fighter will always be to the left, so you'll be pushing the left trigger. So just kind of like this. I messed it up, but so if you mess it up, the easier strat is just to do this, and then once you're kind of like, here, I'll show you guys that again. Once you're like directly in between the torpedoes, you can just switch, and then once you switch back, you'll clip through. That's the easier one. This is the harder one that I personally don't go for, but I will show it to you guys. It might take me a second to get it, but basically what you do is it's the same kind of thing. You just kind of want to switch when you're at a certain point in here, and you'll clip in. You kind of have to do that one blind though. It's kind of hard to explain really fully how to do it. But basically, like once you're like in this little section and you like are up against the wall, you just want to switch to the arc fighter just like the other one. The reason why I don't do it is just because it's kind of blind and it doesn't really take that much time just to shoot them, which is what I would recommend doing when you're starting out. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next level. So this level is really straightforward. It's literally just basically doing the level. There's no Yoda clips. There's no wall climbs. There's nothing. You just do the level really. This level there is a wall climb that is it's kind of difficult. There's only really two wall climbs that are really used anymore in free play. Just this one and the one on Kashyyyk. All the other ones are slower at this point. So this is the only one. This and the one on Kashyyyk are the only ones you're really gonna have to learn. If you don't want to do this, you can just do the same thing we do in any percent, where you just do the speeder skip, which is not that much slower. But I guess one thing I should go over is how to triple jump. So triple jumping is just like exactly like it sounds. You just double jump and then you get another jump. But the way it works is you double jump, slam, and then as soon as you slam, you want to switch. So you wanna do like slam switch. Another thing that should note is Droideka is the fastest form of movement, unless you're in 4-5 and 4-4, which is what this is for. Extra toggles for. You have the mouse droid, which is faster than Droideka. And the other fastest way of movement. Now this one's a little bit weird. So if you're Yoda slashing from like up above, that is faster than rolling with Droideka. So doing like a slash only with Yoda. Any other character it's not faster to slash with, don't do that. It's a bad habit to start. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into this level, I guess. You just want to come over here. So if you're going to do the speeder skip, you would just go get in the speeder, obviously. This is how you do the wall climb. So what I do is, well, first of all, let me explain wall climbs. Basically what you're doing is you're clipping into the hitbox with another character and then switching back to Grievous. So then Grievous has a weird hitbox. He has a really large hitbox, kind of like Droideka. So he clips into the wall. It only works on some walls. It's kind of hard to tell what walls to work on, but as you just kind of play around with the game more, you'll kind of figure it out what walls will work and what walls won't. But basically what you want to do is you want to double jump. You want to triple jump into the wall with a character that's not Grievous. So like that. And then once you're like fully up against this tree is when you want to switch back to Grievous, and you'll notice that I was able to do another jump. Another thing to note is that once you're fully against the tree and you switch back to Grievous, you have to let go of the stick and then jump, because if you're just like walking, like you'll just walk right off like that. You just kind of walk right off. The timing for this gets a little bit weird, but it just takes practice, really. But then for the second one, what you kind of have to do is you kind of have to move to the left a little bit when you're doing the triple jump. Otherwise, for whatever reason, there's not another, how do I say it? There's not another place that he can grab, like, clip into the wall or the tree. So you kind of have to move just like a little bit left. But then you can just roll right through the transition like that. And then that's that one. And so after this level, you want to end on someone that is not Grievous. Preferably not Grievous. Because for this next level, you want Yoda. So this will be like the first instance of a Yoda clip. Basically what a Yoda clip is your Yoda has a weird hitbox. So you can just clip in, or clip through ceilings with Yoda. There's also other little places that you can clip with Yoda that are not ceilings, but I'll get into those more later when we get there. But yeah, basically you're just gonna triple jump at a ceiling and you're gonna clip. It's pretty much as simple as it sounds, but I'll go and get into it more when I actually get there. Alright, so up till this point, you basically just play the level as intended. Or not as intended, but there's not really anything like crazy that you really need explaining. You can basically just watch any run and you'll just kind of see what they're doing. But for this part, you're gonna triple jump up here, and then so there's another thing I need to talk about is you can either triple jump to Droideka, or triple jump to a bounty hunter or Jedi, basically whoever's to your right. It should always be a bounty hunter or Jedi though. What I'm gonna be talking about for basically every Yoda clip is to someone who's not Droideka. I do not Yoda clip to Droideka unless you have to. So keep that in mind, that the timing I'm going to show you guys is going to be different if you switch to Droideka. But it is faster to switch to someone who's not Droideka, because when Droideka is in the air, he moves slower. So that's another thing with triple jumping, is you want to make sure you're never switching to Droideka unless you need a lot of height. Because when you triple jump to Droideka, you actually get more height, but you get more distance on a Jedi or bounty hunter, basically, just whoever's to your right. Anyways, what I do for this one is I just, when I double jump here, like, I wait as long as I possibly can to slam before I actually switch, or before I actually slam. Like that. Yeah, that's basically what I do for that one. That's what I do for most of my Yoda clips, but there are a couple that have a small exception. I guess let's go ahead and get into the next level. Jabba's. This level, the clips are mostly the same, but the one right at the beginning is a little bit different. So, like I said, there's like multiple ways to clip with Yoda. So, like for this one right at the beginning, you don't actually triple jump. So basically what you do is you just double jump, switch, and that's all you have to do for that one. Like that's literally it. And the rest of the actual Yoda clips are exactly the same. So that's basically it for episode 6. So let's go ahead and move on to episode 5. Okay, so for Bespin, there are basically no Yoda clips. I'm not even going to really go into this. There is one to skip the 3PO panel, but it is incredibly hard, and I don't recommend going for it because it only saves like a second. So we'll just go ahead and move on to this level. This level has some weirder Yoda clips in that the timing on them is different from basically every other Yoda clip. There is like one other spot where it's like this, but I'll just get into this real quick. So basically what you're going to want to do for this one is you're going to want to like jump and like just slightly delay the time that you slam, so when you actually switch, it's going to look like, instead of look like that, it's going to look like that. Like I guess that is hard to see, but I am delaying when I actually switch from when I slam. Another thing is you want to stay to the left, otherwise you'll just reload the room. I still hit the transition, but that's fine. It's like that for all 3 of these. You just kind of want to like, it's kind of hard to explain, but you just like want to delay from when you actually switch from your slam. But yeah, and then there's no trick that skips DV2 that I'll get into when I actually get there. Okay, so this is how you skip DV2. This skip is actually kind of difficult, especially when you're starting out. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to triple jump up here, and then you're just going to slam. It'll break this little thing right here. This is a Yoda clip, but another one where you don't actually need to slam. You can just double jump, switch. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to clip into the wall. Here, let's see if I can get it. Like that. I'll probably respawn outside of it. Yeah. So what you're trying to do is you're just trying to clip into this wall. I got it, but I fell. Okay, well. Okay, so I'm in this wall. You want to switch to Yoda. You want to make sure you have your lightsaber out. I do. So I fell. It's fine, whatever. I'll respawn. Well, actually, your lightsaber out doesn't really matter. It's more just that I just want to make sure you're getting the max distance with this triple jump. So what you're going to do is you want to go a little, like, up and to the left, and then you want to do, like, a big triple jump. So, like, just like a far triple jump. So you want to go, like, as far as you can. So make sure you're not switching to Droideka. And then when you just triple jump up there, you will hit the transition for this room, skipping the entire DV2 fight. But yeah, that's basically it for that level. Let's see. Dagobah does have one actual interesting Yoda clip, so I will show that to you guys. Another thing on this level is you can completely skip these buttons. Basically what I do is I stand right here, and then I just fly right to here. You see, like, there's like these, like, there's like this pattern, like this darker green pattern that kind of like makes a circle around, and you'll kind of see like where it like ends. Like I'm like, it's directly to the right of my head, like this little like 2 dots right here. That's what I'm aiming for. And then from here, you can just fly all the way to over here. But yeah. Alright, so this is the clip for this level. Basically what we're gonna do is you just wanna force that first box over, so that way this one is forcible. And so like there's like this little tiny pocket you wanna be, it's like right here that you wanna be when you're after you force the box and you wanna be walking into it as Yoda. Then you're just gonna switch to Droideka and it'll just push you out. So you're gonna force the box. Missed it there. Missed it there. This one is one of the harder ones for sure. Let's see. Like right there, I got it. And then you're just gonna roll as close as you can, and then when you switch and switch back, you'll kind of just upward back up. That's another thing I forgot to mention is when you're out of bounds and you're like under a floor, if you switch, you're just gonna pop right back up and bounce. But yeah, and then the other thing for this is you want to come forward and then move back. Otherwise, you'll just reload the room and have to do it again. So, wait. Okay, so Falcon Flight has 2 clips in it. One of them is relatively easy. The other one is a little bit more tricky, but I will show those to you guys. Okay, so this is the first place we're going to clip. It just basically skips this little section with these torpedoes. You just want to fly like right into this wall right here. And then when you're up against it, you can just switch to the Arc Fighter and you'll just clip right through. This one is the easy one. Another thing you can do for that one is if it's giving you issues, you can barrel roll into the corner and you'll be in the corner for longer. And you can do that for the clips on this level and then also on Rebel Attack. That doesn't work for the ones on 6.6 though. So for this one, you want to do it on this side of the wall. You just want to kind of like, it's again, as soon as you run into the wall, you just want to switch to the Arc Fighter. That one is a lot harder, so if you're struggling with it, don't worry. It just takes practice. That one took me a long time to get the hang of. I actually got really lucky there. I didn't expect to get it that fast. But then from here, you're just going to kind of move out of bounds. Try not to come in bounds. It loses like probably in the range of 15 to 20 seconds to come back in bounds. This out of bounds is a little bit harder because it's like the camera is like kind of like moving away from you as you're trying to maneuver around to this transition right here. Oh, and I actually came back in bounds. But what you want to do is you obviously just want to hit that transition right there. I came into bounds just a little bit too early though. That's fine. I think you guys get the point. This next level, I'm really only going to show the last clip because all of these clips are the same as... So like the one I showed you guys in Carcoon, all of the clips in this level are basically just like that one where you just want to delay your slam. Or, sorry, yeah, delay your slam switch. Whoops. That's basically how I do these ones. So I'll just show this one. Just like, you just want to delay your switch to, you just want to delay your slam as much as possible, basically. I guess I actually should also talk about this one. For this, so no, I don't think anyone really goes for this one and runs, but it just kind of skips this thing and then also shooting it. But for this one, you want to be walking into it, and you just want to go as fast as possible and switch to Droideka. That's what I found works the best. I'm not actually getting it here, because you have to get a lot of height in this one. Like that. But I definitely don't recommend going for that one. But then the rest are all just the same. So I'll show you guys the last one. Alright, so for this one, you can actually just, so you're just going to stand like right here, like kind of like to the left of the, like, door. And then you can just double jump switch, and you just roll right in. You don't even have to slam. That's not even the auto clip. Um, that's one where you can just straight up double jump switch, and that's all you have to do for that one. And then Hoth Battle has one clip that is pretty bad, and I don't recommend going for it because it only saves 5 seconds, but I will show it really fast. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up to this rock right here, and once you get like in between the rock and the wall, you're going to switch to the arc fighter, and then you're going to maneuver around, and you want to be very careful to not hit the back of the transition because you'll just reload the room and you'll have to do this again. But you're going to try and hit the front of the transition and hit the next room. This only saves 5 seconds, by the way. But this is what it is. And this clip is also pretty inconsistent. It's like that can happen where you, like I'm clipped, but I'm not getting over the wall. See, this happens frequently with this clip. Okay, so then you're gonna come over here, come around, and you're gonna come and like hit the front of the transition like that. I can't really do that slowly because I will just get messed up and I'll end up either coming back in bounds or I will hit the back of the transition and just reload the room. But that's that one. I really don't recommend anyone going for that in runs. And then I'll just show this really quick. You want to be the Imperial Shuttle. And you just want to kind of go up like to the left of this, and then like as late as possible, you want to just do a 360. So yeah, let me show it. Just kind of like that. I wasn't far enough left though. And then you'll get that kind of thing, and you'll just get right over that barrier. That's not a very hard trick though. Let's go ahead and move on to episode 4. Okay, so here's where I'm gonna stop explaining like super into detail because there's not really a need to. These clips are exactly the same as the ones in Falcon Flight. You're just gonna run into the wall and switch. That's it. There's nothing to them. These clips are the same as the ones in Echo Base and the one in Carcoon and the ones in Jabba, or Jabba's Palace. You're just gonna delay your switch, and that's basically it. Same for this level. This level and this level, the Yoda clips have the exact same timing. The exact same timing. This level only has one clip. I'm not going to go in and explain it because all you do is you run into the wall and you switch. It's literally that easy. If you just watch a run, it will be very straightforward. This one, same as all the other ones. The clips are all the same. You're just going to delay your switch. This one is the exact same thing. Although, actually, in this one, you want to go fast for your Yoda clips. That's what I found works best, is I double jump switch as fast as I can. But, yeah, that's about it. So we can go ahead and move on. So, in this level, there is a Yoda clip. It's the same as the other ones. You're just going to double jump, delay your slam. I wouldn't really recommend going for it, but if you want to, you can. It only saves a couple of seconds, and but it's just a really inconsistent Yoda clip. This one I will show because it is a Yoda slash clip, which I think it's the only one actually that we do in runs. Yeah. Okay, so for this Yoda or for this it's like a Yoda slash clip. I stand about right here, and I just jump and then slash and switch to Droideka. It's literally that easy. That one is not a very that is not a very hard Yoda clip. And then Kashyyyk has probably the hardest trick in Freeplay. It's the wall climb to skip freeing all the Wookiees. Saves about 40 seconds, so it's definitely something that you want to go for if you plan on running the game. Or if you plan on running the category, like, at the top level. This is definitely something you want to learn eventually. But if you're just starting out, it's really not needed. And, like, if you're doing something like challenges or all mini kits or something, then it saves even less time. Because you have to go around and grab the mini kits anyway, so it doesn't take that. It's not that much time out of your way to just kill the troopers and free the Wookiees. I think it only saves like 20 seconds in those categories. That hasn't really been fully timed, but anyways, go ahead and get right into this. I like to stay on the left side of the bridge, and then what I want to do here is I want to make like this triple jump as the max amount of distance that I can, because I want to get as far up onto that bridge as I possibly can. If you'll notice on the bridge, there's like what do you call it? There's like bamboo that's like holding it up, and you notice like that first like brown piece, or not bamboo, but like bark, like that first like way darker piece, not like the very top piece, but the one right below it. That's what I'm aiming for when I'm doing this, because this is less of a wall climb for that specific spot, and more of it's more of like a little like space that you can just kind of stand on. You can't stand on there forever, but you can stand up there for longer than a normal wall climb. And then right after that, you're going to do a double jump wall climb, so you're not going to triple jump. Otherwise, you will just slide off, and then into a triple jump. So this trick is going to take you a while to get. That's expected. But just know that once you get it down, you kind of have it. So, but it's something like that. It's really hard to explain while I'm doing it because I have to go fast and I have to focus, because it is still a hard trick. But that's basically the best explanation that I can give. And then the level Grievous doesn't have any Yoda clips. This one has a Yoda clip. You just want to go fast, is what I've found works the best for that one. Let's go ahead and move on to episode 2. So in Gunship, there is a little thing. This level has one Yoda clip. I guess I'll show it real fast. This one's a rather straightforward one, but you want to be sure to not hit the cutscene. So you can just double jump switch for this one. You don't have to actually slam. And then you want to turn into someone that's not Yoda and not Droideka. So, like, basically you want to be Vader. And you also want to switch before you're under the floor. And then you just want to walk up, and as soon as you're about right here, you can go ahead and switch back to Droideka. And another thing is you don't want to enter the cutscene as someone with Yoda. So you want to make sure that player 2 is Vader. And then when you enter, do not enter as Droideka, enter as Vader. And I will show you why you don't want to enter as Yoda. Because this happens. And he'll just keep walking like this for a long time. This is why you don't want Yoda. Okay, so we'll go into this level real quick. This level is rather straightforward. You can skip both barriers, and it's really, really easy. All you're going to do is you're going to come around. For these lasers, if you get stuck on them, you can just switch to Arc Fighter, and you'll just kind of like go through them. But for these, you're literally just gonna go around and just spam the switch button, and you will not die. That is all you have to do for both of these. So for this one, you just spam switch, come around, and you will not die. Just like that. And then the send section is just like it is in any percent. It's no different. Just pull the bombs, hit the thing. There's no skip for it. Unless you're on Wii. That's nothing to note, is that if you're on Wii, you have VB, and you can just shoot everything in that level. You don't have to do any of the gate skips or anything. You can just shoot everything. But, yeah. Jedi Battle, there's nothing. It's basically the same level. Droid Factory, there's one thing that I will go over, actually, because a lot of people struggle with it. And it's actually not really that hard, so I'll just go over it real quick. Alright, so right here, you can actually do a... kind of like an up warp, so like kind of like before how I told you if you were under the floor and you switch, you'll come right back up. This is kind of like that. It's not really a Yoda clip per se. It's more of like a Droidica clip. This is kind of a weird one. I think it's the only one that's like this. But basically, you want to switch to 3PO, stand about right here, switch to Droidica, and run into the wall. And okay, I guess I did it wrong. So you want to be 3PO and run to the wall with Droidica, and then if you just switch to Yoda. After, like, you just want to wait, like literally just a half second. Switch to Yoda, and you'll just go on right through, up to the top of the door and hit the transition. Yeah. Alright, so for Camino, this level has, I think, all the Yoda clips in this level are weird, and they are kind of hard, actually. And there's also this Boba Fly right at the beginning. The alternative is you can just go right over to that side and just fly from that side. It's much, much easier. But this one, basically you want to get an edge jump, and then you also want to like fly as late as possible. Just like that. But, okay, so for this first Yoda clip, so for this one, what you want to do is it's going to be kind of like the one in Cloud City Trap, except you're just going to switch to Droidica. So you're going to kind of like slam and then switch. Kind of want to like wait. You don't want to go like as fast as possible when you're slamming to switching. You want to kind of like slam and then switch. Like just a very slight delay, but like enough. Because basically what you're doing is you're extending Yoda's hitbox in a weird way. And it's allowing the Droidica just to clip into the wall. Because this is not through a ceiling. So just kind of like that. And then this little section you can't skip. So we'll just use this panel. Okay. So right here. This is probably the hardest Yoda clip in the run. And it saves a decent amount of time. The alternative is to going into the room, the normal room that you would go into, and then you just jump on top of where the mini kit is, and then just do a normal Yoda clip up there, and then pop up in this next room. But this one, you want to stand about right here, and you want to delay this slam to switch like a lot, like that, like you want to delay it. Like that much, like not quite that much, because you want to kind of go up just a little bit with Droidica, but like very close to like that much. Like it's a lot. And then the last Yoda clip in this game is the same. You just want to delay your switch. Is all. Not the same way as the one in the hallway, but the same way as like all the other ones in like 4-4, 4-5, 6-2, 6-1, 5-2, all the other Yoda clips basically 4-2, 4-1, all of them. Well, I guess 4-1 is different, but that's whatever. This one has the one clip. It's basically the same as other Yoda ship levels. You just want to just switch to the Arc Fighter when you're in the spot. That's basically it. This level I will go over very quickly. basically what you want to do is make sure you kill this stuff before they reflect or get a deflect off your shot, because you want to leave these barrels like up. You want to make sure that this barrel in particular does not get destroyed. If this barrel gets destroyed, then you have to go all the way over there and use the panels and everything. So make sure this doesn't get destroyed. So you want to kill these droids before they shoot you, because it will just deflect off and it will destroy this barrel. But for this, you just want to become 3PO. Just walk into this wall, and then you can just switch to droidic, and you just clip right out. Just kind of roll along this side, and then come around into here, skipping all of the previous stuff. And that is literally that simple. It's really, really straightforward level. This level, there are no Yoda clips. This level has one kind of weird Yoda clip. It is very similar to the ones in Camino. This one only saves 5 seconds. So if you're struggling with it, don't worry about it. It only saves 5 seconds. You just kind of want to, into this corner, you just want to, like, slam and then switch, kind of like that. I was doing it too fast before. Like that. And then you just double switch, and you'll pop right up here. That's it for this level. Pod Race and Theed, very straightforward levels. Now, MAUL. This level is kind of hard, actually, because it has you can skip the entirety of the third Darth Maul section, so like the third room of this level. You also want to make sure you have Grievous for the Maul fight. That's very important. And I'll tell you guys why when we get there. Okay, so DM3. This trick, you need to be very good at animation cancels. That is another thing I forgot to bring up. Animation cancels. Animation cancels are basically you just shoot and then you switch off. You switch off, switch back on. So like kind of like that. So for this one though, you want to do 2 shots, switch off. And you want to kind of keep up a rapid stream kind of like this, but you want to make sure you're getting out 2 shots. It's kind of a weird timing, but the reason why is because, and also the other thing about this is if you're not going fast, he will just deflect the shots back at you and keep getting closer and closer. And once he gets close enough, the cutscene will just activate anyways. So you definitely want to be practiced at this trick to make sure you can do it consistently. But it basically just works like this. So. Yeah, that's basically it for my free play guide. If you have any other questions, you can always ask in the TCS Discord, which is linked on speedrun.com. But yeah, that's basically it.